meeting of the Alcoholic Beverage Board of Vigo County. Let the record show that this is the meeting that begins today, June the 15th, 2026, time of 1:05 p.m. Members of the local board are myself, Ray Azar, Matthew Billiard, Jeff Lynn, and Master Officer Brad Lee of the Excise Commission. For all those in attendance, well, first of all, is there anyone here to remonstrate against any permits that are on the agenda? If you are, please stand. Seeing none, will all those in attendance seeking a new permit, requesting a change of location or ownership, or seeking a renewal after a violation, stand and raise your right hand and take the following oath. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers that you have given on your application and any testimony you may give in response to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? We have automatic permits today to approve, and Officer Bruce, will you go through those for us, please?
Yeah, items on the agenda today for automatic renewal are Alexander and Caesar Incorporated, RR 84-34196, Quick Trip Corporation, DL 84-34304, Griff Corporation, RR 84-26972, Sycamore Country Club Incorporated, RC 84-06534, GMRI Incorporated, RR 84-06419, Verdigrease Holdings LLC, RR 84-33695, Sandcut Tavern Incorporated, RR 84-00760, Tie Square Incorporated, RR 84-36540, Kroger Limited Partnership 1, DL 84-21840, and Dollar Gen Corp LLC, DL 84-29067. Those listed are without violation or remonstrance. I would make the motion we approve automatic renewals.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve the automatic permits. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, now we'll proceed with our violation, sorry. And that would be Idle Creek Golf Course. Would come to stand. Please tell us who you are and why you're here.
I'm Brian Baker, Idle Creek Golf Course. I had a server that violation should be card. I think it was an excise officer.
This is a violation that happened on Thursday, February 26th. It was for sale of alcohol to a minor, and Lindsay Camp was the employee, I guess. Tell us how you remedied this situation and what you've done proactively to stop this from happening.
She had just started. She had to work somewhere else. She did the online trading alcohol. She just was having a bad day, is what she told me. Yes, so she's still employed by me.
Yeah, there's a button on the microphone. If it's green,
I
okay.
can't hear you guys.
Okay. It just may not be on.
She still works for me. She's been doing a fine job since she paid her fine. As far as I know, I didn't have anything to do with that. I had to pay $1,000 fine. Her fine was $100.
Okay, and the report says you've not received a violation before that.
I've never got with that. This is probably 20-some years first.
Any members have a question?
I do not.
I don't. What's your pleasure?
I'm sorry, Ray. So what'd you say?
He's asking for a motion.
Oh, I have a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this permit. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much.
Thanks. Could I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Is it legal for you to impose telling my employees that if I get fined, they're gonna pay fine?
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously, I wasn't the one that committed the fine. Infraction, whatever you call it, but she paid 10% what I paid.
yeah.
I'm finding about that. Is there anything that says I can't tell them that, hey, if you guys don't fire people, if something happens, you're gonna be liable for it as well.
I don't think there's a legal standard for you to stand on, but I mean, you can make it a company rule.
No, I mean, you guys aren't gonna.
We're not here to give the legal
No,
advice.
it's an HR matter.
Right, that's right.
Why does the business pay substantially? Person committed.
Oh,
Obviously, we train them, we make sure they have a license, we keep all their stuff, but in the end, it boils down to them having to do their job, which we have meetings, we tell them they need to fire people.
well, you're ultimately responsible.
Understand. Okay,
I'd say it's the same as if somebody didn't cook the food at the back, right? And made somebody super sick.
you get fined by the Board of Health.
Yeah, or even killed somebody, they're not gonna find that cook liable. They're gonna look at the business.
Thanks, appreciate it. Anything else I need to do?
No, you're good.
Okay,
Thank you.
appreciate it, thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Shagley, Mr. Halleck, regarding Seventh and Wabash Holdings LLC. I see nothing that has changed application status. I know Mr. Shagley mentioned that you sent some paperwork in amending the application. I don't have that information.
I said that to Leslie, the new map and then the address.
The map I have. The address I don't see. Did you submit a new application form, like a front page to it? Did you, or did you just send an email saying I'd like to add? Yeah, so this was on or about May 30th. It looks like when it was entered into the system. So from that, I mean, I've got, or 20th, sorry. From that, I've got a map. The application still reads a single address only. It doesn't. I've provided, or I've been provided nothing that shows me that both addresses are listed on the application for consideration.
So show him what. I sent her an email on the 19th.
Did you get a response?
Thank you. I've added this to the application. Let me forward that to you.
679 Wabash is the only thing that's on the application today. You did this online, right?
I did it online.
The application is online.
And then she's been very helpful. I was just working with her because she had some questions early on in the application process.
I mean, from the board's perspective, yeah, I don't doubt that he sent the email. I don't doubt that he asked for the address change, but we've got an application with a single address for a location that's got two.
I mean, it sounds like the same thing that Imperial Links.
Right.
We still have.
So should we continue it?
I don't think that we have a choice but to continue it without having something concrete in front of us saying that the application is in fact changed to include both addresses, because that's ultimately what we work off of.
Right, he had submitted everything and she said in her response, I got it, we'll take care of it. What more could he have done?
I can forward the email to you.
Yeah, I mean, you can, that's fine, but it doesn't change that we don't have an application with two addresses on it.
So how could he have gone into your system and changed it outside of what he had done?
Well, I don't know that she can. That's the thing. With the paper applications, you can go in, you can add a physical address to it. You can just write it in there. The online applications, a lot of time when there is a mistake, they will send back the whole application, tell you to resubmit the whole thing again because they don't have the ability to go in and amend it.
She didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he did what he thought he was supposed to based upon what you had indicated to him at the last meeting.
Yeah, I know. I got you. Well, it puts me between two difficult spots.
Yeah, you can't hear anything back there.
Oh, well.
You hear that better now?
No clue what that is.
Can you hear anything?
I couldn't hear it.
System's not on.
I think so long as the information we have in front of us is an application with a single address on it and it's not correct, the state's fault or not, I don't think we can act on it. That's just me. I'm open to suggestions.
So your recommendation is hold it over?
Well, at the same time,
Well, what if we act on it? Subject to they're telling us she should not have done that, which apparently they like to do anyway, right? So it can get to the state, and if we shouldn't have done it,
They could
then
remand it.
they can remand it, as a continued item.
I'll reach out to her.
I mean, that's a fair suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be in escrow and on hold until the issue is taken care of. My concern is ultimately it will be remanded back to us because they can go in and physically alter what's in the system.
So even if we push it to the state, it's probably not gonna get approved.
I don't know.
but
That's the $64,000 question. I don't know.
if the minutes reflect the situation, the fact that, Mr. Halleck was advised to reach out to the state.
Yeah.
make the amendment. Mr. Halleck did all that,
Yeah,
and then at no point did the state ever say, well, you really we can't do anything, we have to send you the whole thing. That's an administrative situation that we can get resolved before the state hears this. Now that we know what,
yeah,
because this could have been resolved had Mr. Halleck been advised. You know, he did exactly what he was advised to do.
yeah, and that's fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Because as you can imagine, another 30-day delay is a lot in business.
Yeah.
And that would be detrimental.
What happens with the remonstrators? Is this the one that had
Oh,
remonstrators?
yeah, this is the one.
It was, yeah, the same.
Yeah.
So I guess who is everyone else here for?
They may not be able to hear us, yeah.
Who's here to support Brandon Halleck? Is anybody here opposing Brandon Halleck?
Okay.
Notice I had my hand up too.
Which time?
Right. I mean, do they wish to speak? Because we called for remonstrators at the beginning of the hearing and none of them raised their hand.
Well, they were waiting for when we were up voting to see if there's anybody, because we didn't know if the people that last time were gonna get to speak. I wasn't sure who was all here.
Who was the elderly couple in the back that said they couldn't hear us?
Yeah, they may not be able to hear us too.
Hey, sir, in the back, who are you here for? Are you here for a business?
Okay,
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's fair enough.
Wonderful.
Public meeting.
apparently the microphones are not working.
Okay. We had a remonstrance at the last one that
yeah.
was against, if your people want to speak, then they've got to sign in and they've got to list an address and.
And I'd like to commit so it's part of the record.
Sure. Where's that?
So do we have demonstrators?
I guess.
I like to submit this, to make sure it's part of the record and attached to the application. This is a little background on Mr. Halleck and what he's done in and for our community.
Still your ink pen. No, still your ink pen.
Say it again.
Your ink pen.
If you have any questions about any items, that Mr. Halleck or myself would be happy to go through them. But as you can see by the exhibit, Mr. Halleck has been in our community.
If you're here, all straightforward, and this guy's information's here, ink pen.
Everybody, please come up and as you will see, Mr. Halleck is truly invested in our community. He owns property, he owns businesses. And he also, through his employment at Casey's, has voluntarily raised that organization millions of dollars through Dance with the Stars. which continues to be the largest fundraiser in our community.
That's disqualifying in itself.
I don't know, it just, that makes me a little uneasy.
Yeah, okay, Richard, this is part of what you submitted here. And this would be bottom of, it's unnumbered, but bottom of page 2. So Mr. Halleck purchased the permit premise at 679 Wabash Avenue in 2019 as the property owner, not a tenant. He has a long-term durable investment in the success of the block and the district, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't say anything about the other address.
Well, I purchased that one in they're two separate parts. I purchased the one that I live in 2019. I purchased 683 in 2022.
In the interest of transparency, since we don't have a microphone, please, when you talk loud enough so the people in the back can hear you.
Okay, so the question being right there is that they are two separate parcels. So I bought the first one in 2019, which was where the restaurant is. And then in 2022, I purchased the second parcel next. First one from Boo and Gary Lloyd, second one from Boo and Gary Lloyd and Pizza Collins.
So you're the owner of both addresses?
Yes,
Do you have documentation to show that you're the owner of both?
I submitted that as well. Yes, you can look it up on Beacon. That's what I submitted the Beacon information.
And he also lives 3
I also live on the board,
stories above this location.
and I've lived there since 2019.
Any questions anyone has of Mr. Halleck or Mr. Shadley? Anyone?
So, go ahead, Matt.
So the people that were here last week decided not to come back, or last month decided not to come back this month. So is that an assumption that they aren't concerned anymore, or they spoke their piece and are
Spoke their piece.
done with it?
That's why we allowed him to speak last time.
Okay, yeah, and I would say, going through and reviewing that, there's a lot of documentation that was provided. I think most of that was not relevant to the discussion, the cases. I think a couple of the questions just around operations, things like that. I think they mentioned, hey, there's somebody that has a pending felony charge that's running your operation.
Is working there, yes.
So he's not in a management level
I have
position.
nothing with any managers now. I run it, mainly he's there.
So who runs the day-to-day
Who runs the day-to-day?
operations?
I along with Haley, she's been running it as well. And so I have shift leads, like I have a cook, Joe's there,
Yeah,
4 or 5 days a week.
so you're there 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week.
Oh, not for 30 or 40. Yeah.
So who's running, I think that was some of the concern, is who's in charge,
Who's in
right?
charge?
Who's running the day-to-day operations?
I am in charge.
Okay.
Haley's in charge.
Okay. So she is an employee now, or she's not? Because you mentioned last time.
Well, she was not, she's on payroll now.
Okay.
I mean, we've only been open 40 days.
I
mean,
it's sorting a lot out, and I think that was some of the concern was organization, and maybe that's kind of a little bit what's going
Yeah,
on. with
no,
permits.
and that's what we're still,
Um,
I've hired a cook that, he'll be a lead cook for me. I've hired some servers that are gonna be like lead servers for me.
Okay, and
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody.
to his question, I just want
Go
to
ahead.
pause you right there. Don't forget your point, though. To his point as to the operations, what is the standing of her criminal conviction or her criminal arrest? It was for a DUI, was it not?
She has a reckless driving.
Okay.
That's already been decided.
Yeah, it's been plead out and she has a reckless driving order record. There's no DUI. There's nothing.
Okay, so there's a disposition to that?
That's already been filed and done.
Has she had DUI convictions previously?
No.
Go ahead, man.
I think there's a lot in that packet, and
And I never saw the
As a
packet.
group, we reviewed it, and I think some of it was relevant, most of it was probably not. I think I was hoping to come back and say, hey, we've done this, 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 and this, and we're organized, we're ready to go, and feel like, because I think everybody is excited about this new place coming in Wabash. So maybe some consistency and another, I think there's no no question about that. We just want to make sure that you have the right organization underlying to support that.
Well, and be successful, absolutely. And so for the alcohol portion of it, I plan to hire, we're looking to hire bartenders to manage over the evening for a bartender side, because they're, kind of like what the other restaurants do. You have bartenders that are managers. And they're the ones that obviously, besides me, they know all the rules as well, so.
You mentioned it was detrimental to the business not being able to serve alcohol. So you don't think the business can survive without serving alcohol?
I don't think that a business downtown is successful without serving it. I mean, if you look at Charlie's, or I'm sorry, the Terminal.
Yep.
Copper Bar, you name Lady Bird, they applied for a riverfront license on that one. I think it's just obvious, Jay Gumbo's, I mean, they all have alcohol sales to help support. I mean, it's,
Food
downtown.
margins are tight, as you probably have heard.
And I don't have a drive-through, and I don't have, for the coffee shop side of it, things like that, there's no drive-through, you have to. I swear, I know if I hear parking's an issue, I mean, there's always somewhere to park, but you gotta park and walk downtown.
But-
So are those two units not technically one unit? I mean, there's no wall between them.
No, there's a wall between them. There is a door between them.
Well, is there even a door
There's the
on it?
judgment.
Like, isn't it just an entryway?
Uh,
Like, do you even need
That's the
two?
door.
I guess, Brad, that's my question. Do you even need two licenses for the two
There's a
properties?
pass-through, there is.
Yeah, anything contiguous. So it's always gonna be a problem so long as you can walk from one side to the other side. If they want to only do what's on the permit, they could wall it off.
Sorry, does the riverfront license, my understanding was the riverfront allow people to walk between and out on the sidewalks. Is that
That's
not?
the door.
that's the
If
door.
you, that, yeah, that's.
Okay,
But
so
if you
that's
have,
not
if you
part
have
of that
carry
district.
out,
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
they don't.
I will be in that district, yes.
You will be in the door.
I will be in the door district.
How do you get from that to this?
That may be irrelevant.
That's what it was plugged out to.
Right.
Yeah.
60 days probation, she's gotta
2
do,
days, 50 days suspended.
she's gotta do the,
Notice.
there's three things. The fourth one is just, don't get in any trouble.
Right. All right, do you guys have anything else that you wanna
Well,
say before we're
go
gonna
ahead and, we have people here to support us, and I think it'd be important for the commission here and place it of record.
Yeah.
So, who'd like to go first?
Well, just go by the same list.
Yeah. Made their votes are in pretty clear, so. Looks like she's there.
My name is Amanda Thompson. My address, phone number are on there. I'm also a member of the city council. I just wanted to come and support Brandon in this venture. I was just driving down Wabash the other day and, we have Federal Coffee turning into Max's. I saw Greek's Pizzeria closed. And I'm just still very hopeful for our downtown. And I want to encourage business owners, especially local business owners, and being brave enough to open up a new business in our downtown. So I just want to come and share my support.
Vicky?
Shide. I have known Brandon for probably 16, 17 years anyway. I am a board member on Casey that he works for. I cannot speak highly enough of Brandon. My husband and I are both supporters of his. We have a business locally, Shide Diesel. We maintain the buses for transportation for them as a donation to them. I just can't speak highly enough for him. I would trust Brandon with anything. I mean, I give him donations constantly, hand him cash and immediately get a thank you. I mean, he's as trustworthy as they could.
Thank you.
We're happy to have your organization back in Terre Haute this year too.
Lindsay, English.
Hi, I'm Lindsay English. I'm one of the owners of Birdie's Gifts and Stuff in downtown Terre Haute. I've known Brandon for several years and he's always been
an avid supporter of anything downtown. And I personally have just been very passionate about bringing anything and everything to downtown and supporting businesses and events. And I'm just excited for Rail and Rye and everything that he brings to our landscapes downtown. So happy to have him in his presence.
Thanks. Jerry Kennedy.
My name is Jerry Kennedy. I've been a friend of Brandon's for not really a long period of time. But this man is of the highest integrity, and I've known him as working for Chances for Youth for the youth of our community. This man raises hundreds and thousands of dollars. He's presently in the process of building a daycare center for the youth of our community. And he also, with the Dancing with the Stars here in Terre Haute, raises hundreds of thousands of dollars, also going for the youth of our community. This man is the highest integrity, and I vote for Mr. Holly getting the liquor license. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Cheryl? Mrs. Kennedy?
If we weren't allowed to do that, they can tell us.
I agree.
Mrs. Kennedy? No. Didn't want to do it. Okay. She kept looking the other way.
I think it's important. I was unable to attend last month's hearing. I got a pretty good play-by-play from Mr. Halleck. And I found it incredibly amusing, some of the things that I heard, especially when you balance it out with what Mr. Halleck has done in this community. I mentioned earlier about the downtown aspects, but 20 years ago, the city of Terre Haute has a property at 13 and 13 I'm sorry, 13 and he took that over from the city and has invested over $1 million in it to make it a better property, and also continues to serve the community on that property. So it's not just his what he's done personally downtown, but also what he's done for our community. And I think it'd be important for Mr. Halleck to kind of go through the highlights of the information that we provided. Just one, so you can hear it, and two, just so it's a record. Because I think it's important, especially on whatever you want to call it, last meeting's allegations that aren't relevant at all with regard to Mr. Halleck and his whether or not he should have be permitted to have a license.
Well, I want to tell you that the remonstrators were very respectful. They presented a packet. We didn't know anything about anything related to the irrelevancy until we asked a few questions about. So it seems like there's a relationship here between these parties, and that's when things that I feel are irrelevant came up. But they raised 2 points, one of which was the DUI, which you've addressed, and you had some memory of the felony conviction of someone who is working for him. What is,
I think that they brought up a few things. There's 3 things that are brought up, right? The DUI, the felony, and then advertising the sale of alcohols prior to having an approved permit, which that violates the state statute. So those are the 3 things that there was a packet of stuff.
And I didn't see.
To me, nothing else was relevant, right? At least
You know,
for the
stuff,
process of this application. The other thing, it sounds like we've addressed at least two of the three, maybe all three of the three.
well, what was addressed about the felony and the guys working for him?
What they said there's a pending fraud charge or whatever it was.
So he works for me, but, you know, like I said, for the alcohol portion of it, I will have a manager or a bartender lead for that portion of it. He won't be, and so what I did bring up too with him is that he's worked for me for just the 45, 60 days or so, just helping me prepare and get the restaurant going. I've known Joe for years. You know, he volunteered for Casey, raising money for Dancing with the Stars and past, and yeah, I know he's had some issues with his employment at Sullivan, but for me, he's always been honest and truthful with me, and I just, you know, offered him that position to work for me, to help me with the restaurant, just like I hired others in too.
I don't know. I mean, he works for you or he does not work
I've
for you.
always said he works for me. I've said that from the beginning. I said the
I just
question
don't
you
know.
had is whether or not.
He's not an owner.
He's not an owner
No,
and he's not gonna manage.
He's not gonna manage. I am the only owner of the restaurants.
Let's call him party B, you know, whatever. The pending fraud charge, another county. What will his jobs entail at this establishment that intends to serve liquor?
So right now, what he's been doing is he helps me in the back of the kitchen. He helps occasionally if I'm short serving, you know, take the food out to the tables.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just your basic things like that. He's helped me in the sense of he's a handyman, so he's helped me repair things in the restaurant, you know, some things like that I paid for him to do. If there's a sink that needs put in, he helped me put a sink in. I mean, that's been a relationship, the fact that I've had. So
Thank you.
Okay. Who is going to order the alcohol for the premise?
I will work.
And who, again, on the record, for the record, who will be the day-to-day operations manager of your restaurant?
It'll be a combination of myself.
And I'm looking at my case. And she was charged with operating a vehicle with what alcohol content per se, operating while intoxicated. It looks like that the official record is for reckless driving. So that is part of the questions here. A person who's going to manage has to maintain an alcohol employee permit. She would be ineligible to maintain an alcohol employee permit if she had been convicted of that.
If she had been.
If she had been convicted. So she's not excluded from being able to do that. Regarding the address for record purposes, your application reflects only a single address, but you in fact have a secondary address that you've asked the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission to have added to your application. What is that address?
683.
Okay, and do you have ownership or do you have a lease for those properties? And how long have you owned both of those properties?
I've owned 679 Wabash since 2019, and I've owned 683 since 2022.
Are there any other tenants inside of that business or are you the sole occupant?
As far as, I mean, there's.
It's a multi-floor
It's a
building.
So I guess a combination of residential on the second and third floors, which I live on the third floor, so I live downtown. And then like Lindsay from me, I one of the retail spaces. So I have retail, a photo booth, a photography place, some hairdresser, office space. I mean,
There's two that face Wabash, which is what you'll be using.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 additional spaces along 7th Street.
And from the interior of those restaurants, having walked through them, unless I've missed something, there is no way to get to the other floors or to the residence. There's a separate staircase that leads up to the residence. The only thing in question is whether or not you've added or still need to add the second address to that application.
and I, like I said, after our conversation, I
Yeah.
immediately emailed Leslie
Yeah.
and said, updated the map showing both locations.
Okay, and you've shown me that email, and that's consistent with what's in the email. If you could, I do want to get a copy of that. It doesn't have to be right now, but yeah, I'll get you.
Okay.
Yeah. somebody's gonna go back and watch the video, and then I want to get subscribed to all sorts. Do you have ownership, stake, or stock in any other alcohol licenses in the state?
No.
Any criminal convictions which you failed to disclose?
Nope.
So if we motion to approve, it goes to the state. And if there's an issue with the address, they're gonna push it back to us anyway, correct?
I would say that's likely, or it would just be an escrow until that call it admin error gets corrected.
Then I would motion to approve the application.
Before we act on it, so we're acting for approval on the motion with the understanding that this clerical issue has to be taken care of before that license can be made active. If there is an issue at the state and they do not like this recommendation, understand that it could be remanded back to us for another hearing while you work on fixing that particular issue.
I guess my question would be a follow-up is if I did what I thought I needed to do I reach back out to Leslie then and ask?
Yes, yeah,
Did he copy you on those emails just so you
Sure.
have, yeah, okay.
sure. Okay,
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor in a second. We did not.
I will second it. I hadn't heard any second. I'll second.
Okay, now we got a motion in a second. Do we want to do a voice vote?
no, I don't think
All
so.
in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Have a great day.
all right, thank you. There's no other business on the agenda today, so we'll call that concluded.
This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.